Hey, this is Jacob from Fundable. I want to show you how you can use skill files to automate your outbound based off of the funding alerts that we send you. So what we're going to be doing is leveraging the Google Sheet that we auto-update every single day with your different alerts, and then we are going to kind of connect it to ChatGPT, and then we're also going to set it up so it runs on a recurring basis. So every morning at like 11 a.m., it's going to write some drafts for you. So you can kind of get a first pass at writing this outbound. Don't have to do it all manually. So first things first, we want to grab the skill file. So I'm going to get the OpenAI version. I'm going to say, hey, let's run this interview. So it takes a second, reads the skill, and then it's going to start prompting you with some questions. So first question, the sheet link. So I'm just going to copy the sheet, copy paste that in, and then ask me what my angle is. For this example, I will say I'm a recruiter talent shop. Then it's going to ask some follow-up questions, and this is all for kind of the skill that we're creating. We want to give it as much context as possible so that when it drafts your outbound, it's actually personalized. It's not just like templated and anyone can send it. So I'll say recruit for go-to-market roles. Any proof points? Yeah, I could say helped Warp hire 10 AEs in the last 5 months from Series A to Series B. VC firms I have a relationship with, let's say Thrive Capital and YC. Where am I based? I'm based in New York. The voice, so like how do you actually want to write the outbound? I'll say kind of crisp and business-like, maybe crisp and casual. And then how should these emails lead? I think we can say probably a combination of growth momentum and the problems they're about to face. And then how much reasoning should we show? Let's be concise. Outreach messages should be no more than 4 sentences. So after we give it all this context, it's going to actually read the sheet that we provided and draft a couple simple messages. It's really important here that you take time and make sure you actually like the outbound, because this is what it's going to do in the future every day. So yeah, take your time. You can go back and forth, make sure it's actually writing the kind of how you would write. And once we get something good here, we'll ask it to move forward and actually create the skill that will go into production. Just so you know, right now we're running the interview. The whole point of this interview is to craft a new skill that will be used on a daily basis. Great, so now it went ahead and wrote us a couple samples. Let's read them. First one is to Udi from Quiz Security. He's the head of people. It says, hey Udi, Quiz looks like it's hitting the exact momentum where product demand and go-to-market hiring start moving at the same time. The post-quantum category is getting loud fast, and adding sales talent without slowing the team down is pretty specific muscle. We helped Warp hire 10 AEs, and I think that pattern may map well here. We're sending over a couple profiles. I would say maybe the first sentence or two is a little generic, so I'm probably going to give that feedback. You can also see here, it's giving you all the context to use to write the article, so like the actual news article. And then let's read the second one. Hey Jeffrey, Aloma has the kind of fun go-to-market problem, massive developer pool, tiny team, and now a clear push around cloud and enterprise demand. That usually makes the first AE and go-to-market hire matter more than the job title suggests. Again, I don't love this outbound, so let's say, hey, in the first sentence, we really should be personalized, emphasizing why we are a good fit in combo with the company context, not just company context alone. Hi Udi, we're probably a good fit for Quiz because post-seed security companies moving from product depth into market expansion need go-to-market hires who can sell technical urgency without turning it into a generic fear. Again, I don't love this. Leading with we are probably a good fit isn't great outbound. It should feel seamless, connecting the dots on my experience hiring GTM at Warp with their current GTM push. Less forced. Okay, let's see this. Quiz's move from deep product work into market expansion feels like the kind of good market hiring moment I worked with Warp through their Series A to Series B. I helped them hire blah, blah, blah. For post-quantum security, I imagine early sales hires need to create urgency without sounding generic, worth me sending 2 to 3 A profiles. I like that a lot more. I think it kind of connects the dots. So I'm going to say, this is good, let's move forward. And now what it's doing is basically writing you a personalized file that you'll be able to use. And so you're going to want to, I think it's downloading it on our computer, just it's an MD text file. And then we're going to be able to upload it as a skill within ChatGPT. Great, so now it made the skill that we're going to use moving forward. If I press on it here, it shows up in my local folder, but I just want to say, can we upload this as a skill for chat to use in app later? Great, so now it's installed. The next step is going to be actually scheduling this. So I'm going to go to scheduled, and I want to say create new task. I'll say can we run the Fundable recruiter outbound skill on weekdays at 11:30 a.m. ET. It's important that we do this after we get the alerts, which usually come around 10:30. And let's send it off. Okay, now it is. Okay, now it's created this to run weekly. And I'm just going to press Create Scheduled Task. Open Settings. We see this as one of our tasks. What I can do now, just to make sure it works, is I'm going to press Run Now. Down here, we'll see it's running. Great. Let's see some of the sample replies it writes. So it's grabbing the kind of contact information from the Google Sheet, and it's writing a subject line and the whole draft. So let's see what it says here. MultiGram is launch of a visual interactive AI. Feels like the technical go-to-market moment. I supported that warp. Kind of using that same template that we created before. And this is great. It shows me kind of their launch post, their hiring page, so you can actually look at the roles that they're using, and kind of just explains why we did what we did in terms of the outbound. You can see it did this for 2 other companies. And so if I wanted to, I could even kind of, can we add these as drafts in Gmail? Oh, so I need to install the Gmail plugin. And then we can see in Gmail, this is already kind of drafted and ready to go. I can kind of make edits here and send it off.